Alright, let's look at the homework 7.5, 7.6, problem number 8. Alright, so let's do this problem. Alright, so let's see, we want to minimize this function here subject to this constraint. Right? So to make our lives easier, why don't we change the problem a little bit? So instead of minimizing the square root one, why don't we minimize this guy? Right? This would be much easier. Right? So let's try that. So capital F is going to be, we have x squared plus y squared minus lambda. Then you have 4x plus 8y minus 35. Alright? Then we take the partial with respect to x, which would be 2x minus lambda and 4 lambda. Right? And this is set that equal to 0. Then take the partial with respect to y. Then you will get 2y minus 8 lambda. Right? Set that equal to 0. And then partial with respect to lambda, set that equal to 0, is always the same as the constraint. So you have 4x plus 8y minus 35. Right? So let's solve this one. Let's see, add 4 lambda. So you have a 2x is equal to 4 lambda. Right? Then divide through by 2. So x is equal to 2 lambda. Right? From here, I'm going to add 8 lambda. So it's a 2y is equal to 8 lambda. By divide through by 2, y is equal to 4 lambda. Right? Then we can just plug these guys into the constraint equation here. So here, so we'll get 4 times, let's see, 4 times 2 lambda, so it's 8 lambda, plus 8 times 4 lambda, 32 lambda, minus 35 is equal to 0. Right? So this is going to be equal to 40 lambda and minus 35 equal to 0. So add 35. So 40 lambda is equal to 35. Then we can just divide through by 40. Right? So lambda is equal to 35 over 40. And that can be simplified as divide by 5, 7. Divide by 5, 8. So this is 7 over 8. Right? Which means that here from here, we can just plug this guy back in here and there. Right? So we get 7 over 4 and 7 over multiplied by 4, so cancel out 7 over 2. Right? So we have a 7 quarter and a 7 half. Alright, the function value is f of 7 over 4 and a 7 over 2. Alright, so this is going to be square root of, let's see, 4 squared, so 4 squared over 7 squared, 7 squared, plus 7 squared over 2 squared. Alright. Then maybe I'll take the common denominator. So 4 squared would be 16. So 16 here. So this is 4. So you have to multiply by 4. Let's see. 7 squared would be 49. Plus 49. And we have to multiply by, let's see, multiply by 4. So 4 times 9 is 36, and 4 times 4 is 16, so 196. So this is going to be, so take the square root of 4 squared would be 4, and this is square root of let's say 5 and 4 and 2. Right, square root of 245. So is that a nice number? Right, divide by 5, and 5 times 4 is 20, and 9, and 7. Right, so this is actually 7 square root of 5 over 4. Right, so that goes here, over 4. Right, so let's put that in. So we have 7 square root of 5 over 4. Right, 7 quarter and 7 half. Right, so let's check the answer.